Okay, click sign in. If you go to my stuff, that's where your old work will be. So you click on this arrow and my stuff, and that's where your old projects will be. If you click on create, you can do a new project this week. So we're going to do a 2-player racing game this week. First thing you're going to do is you're going to pick your background here. Okay, so you're going to go to the background here and you search and you pick what type of background you want. Where do you want the characters to be? I'm going to pick the boardwalk. You pick the one that you like. Now, if you want the cat, you could use the cat. If you don't want the cat, you use a garbage can here to get rid of him. And then you have to select who you want the cat to race against if you're going to use the cat. And I'm going to try the bear. I have a bear and I have a cat. And if I want to make the bear smaller, I can make him, let's try 50%. Okay, so now we have the bear on the top and we have the cat down here. Now you see what I'm doing? I'm making like a little race here, one on top of the other. So the next thing we're going to do is I want to draw in a finish line. So I'm going to go over here to the cat and a paintbrush, and I'm going to use a line here. I'm going to draw a line down. Okay, draw a line down, and I'm going to put the finish line over here. That this is where they have to get to win the game. All right, so we're doing a 2-player racing game, and each character has their own code that they're going to use. So let's work on the cat first. Okay, so when we click on the cat and we go to the code, now we're going to be coding the cat here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is events, and when clicked, where do we want the cat to start? Events, go to, where do we want the cat to start? I want the cat to start maybe right around here. Okay, so what is this numbers here? -173, -101. So I put in here, I put a negative up, -173, and what was the other one? -101. Oh, 101. Okay, so now the flag click, the cat goes down there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to program the cat to move. Okay, so now we have when the flag's clicked, when the flag is clicked, the cat's going to go down there. Okay, now we have to make the cat move. I go to events, and I do when the space bar is pressed. I want the cat to move, and you could try a few things. You could try 10 spaces, or you could try 5 spaces. We'll make it 5. So now when the space bar is pressed, the cat moves 5 spaces. So when the flag's clicked, he goes to his start, and then when the space bar is clicked, he moves 5 steps. The other thing we have to do is we have to do control if. Now here's the part where we have to program the line in here. Okay, if touching what? If touching the line, what's the name of the line? Sprite 2. If touching Sprite 2. Okay, so if touching Sprite 2, the name of the line, here's the line, the name of the line is Sprite 2. So if touching Sprite 2. Okay, you already see where I got that? I got it from here, the touching and the Sprite 2, and I put it into the if block. Okay, so if touching Sprite 2, what I want to happen if it touches Sprite 2, the line, I want it to say, you win. You're going to say, you win. Say, you win. Okay, say you win. Okay, for 2 seconds. Now we're going to go to the next guy. Okay, now we're going to go to the bear. And now we have to have the bear start. And we want the bear to start at the same spot almost as the cat. So the cat started at 173, -101. So what we're going to do is we want the bear to start almost at the same spot. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this code over here and I'm going to drag it to the bear. See, I drag it to the bear. And I'm going to change this a little bit though. I want the bear to start over here. I want the bear to start at -173 because I want them in the same spot on the x coordinate. So x is left and right and y is up and down. -173 means that they're going to be on this side. But I want the bear to be higher. I want him to be around 119. So I'm going to change this to 119. 119. And now what I want to do is I want to change the bear so that he moves, but I don't want to use the space bar. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take this code and I'm going to drag it to the bear. Okay, now the bear has it, but I have to change it because I can't have them both using the space bar. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make this the right arrow. So now I have when the space bar is clicked, the cat moves, right? When the space bar is clicked, the cat moves, and when the right arrow is clicked, the bear moves. And both of them have when they touch Sprite 2, which is the black line, it says you win. Okay, and you have to make sure they both have the same number of steps. See, this has 5 steps and this has 5 steps. Okay, so we'll go over the code and then we'll play the game. So, for the cat, when the flag's clicked, he's going to start here. And when the space bar is clicked, he moves 5 steps. Okay, so every time I click the space bar, he moves 5 steps. And if he's touching, that's our conditional, if then, a conditional statement. If he touches the black line, which is sprite 2, he says you win. For the bear, when he's clicked, when the flag is clicked, he's going to start up here. Same x coordinate, because it's same point on the left. We both want them, the x is the left and the right. So we have negative 173, so they both start at the same point. But he's going to be y119 because we want him to be higher. Y is up and down, right? So he gets a higher y number because he's going to be high. The cat is negative y because we want him to be lower. And then the same thing almost for the bear. The cat had the space, the bear has the right arrow. Okay? So when the right arrow is pressed, the bear moves 5 steps. So let's play our game. You click your flag. And now when the flag starts, you have your cat going, and you have your bear. And you could play this. If we were in school, I'd have you play this against another student or whatnot. So let's see who's going to win. And the bear gets there first. It says you win. Okay, so that's your game, and that's a 2-player game. When you're done, you go to the top here, and you put 2-player race. And then you're going to click Save Now. And the other thing you could do is you could do File, Save Now. Okay, so you could do it both ways. Save Now here or File, Save Now. If you cannot save, if your computer gets frozen, do File, Save to your computer. Okay, because sometimes that happens in school. People, their computer gets frozen. You just do File, Save to your computer instead. And then you could do File, Load from your computer and add it to your game here. So when you're done with your project, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take a camera and you're going to take a photo of this for the cat. And then you take a photo of the bear, and that way I could grade your project, okay? So you take 2 photos, one of the cat, okay, so I could see the project, and then one of the bear, so I could see the project. So I could see your code, and I could check your code to see if it works. And like I said, you don't have to use the bear and the cat. You could use whatever you want. I actually would prefer if you could make your game different. Try different numbers, try different locations up here. Try different X and Y's to start the game in a different spot. Try different steps to make it different. But just make sure both characters or both sprites have the same steps so the game is fair. You know, it wouldn't be fair if this guy had 20 and the other guy had 5, because then that person's going to win. So when you're finished, please take a photo of this sprite and a photo of this sprite and attach it to Google Classroom so I can grade your work. And just make sure you do File, Save Now when you're done so your project saves. And then you can, later, you can go to your name, and then you can go to my stuff over here. So you go to the arrow and my stuff, and you could see all your work.